Hello, this is Foolish Arachne. As you've probably already seen, I just finished the Dracula reading last night. The entire novel. It's taken me many months, but it was well worth it. It was a great experience. I definitely plan to continue doing readings of poems and short stories. I'm starting school pretty soon for the spring semester, so I'll be pretty busy. The plan right now is I'll be away for spring break, so there might not be much then. But certainly sometime when I have a weekend, when I don't have too much going on, and at the very latest by the summer, which my summer vacation starts in May, I'll be doing readings again. My next project for a longer reading is going to be John Polidori's novella, The Vampire, which is pretty good. It's one of the works that inspired Bram Stoker's Dracula. I thought I would give a suggestion of another book to read if you really like Bram Stoker's Dracula, because it's excellent, and that's Elizabeth Kostova's The Historian. It's a pretty big book, although it doesn't look it, at least to me, but it is, in fact, almost 700 pages. So it takes a while to read. It's not a quick read. It's something that took me a long time to get through, but it's excellently written. It's a great adventure, and it really does capture that style of vampire that became well known in the 19th century through Bram Stoker's novel. It's not your typical modern style vampire. It's not like Anne Rice. It's not like Stephenie Meyer's vampire. It's in the tradition of literary Gothic fiction within a modern time setting and a bit more adventure action added. I also recently got a very wonderful tarot deck that I mentioned that I was really wanting to get before. Was able to get some Christmas money together and buy it. And that is the Vampire Tarot by Robert M. Place. This is the back. The illustrations are gorgeous. This is the Fool, which is portrayed as Jonathan Harker. The minor arcana is very much in format like the Rider-Waite, where it has both pips and an illustration, which is what I prefer. I don't like it when it has just the pips. Suits are slightly changed from the traditional. Let's see where I can find where that starts. There is holy water to replace the cups or chalice. There is knives to replace the sword. Garlic flowers to replace pentacles. And stakes to replace wands. Like I said, the illustrations I think are gorgeous. They're very like Art Deco. They're stylized, but which I don't usually like, but these are just exquisite. It comes with a pretty hefty for tarot booklets book. I can't even really call it a booklet. This is a full-fledged book. It is over 200 pages long. It really goes a lot into the history of tarot, its symbolism. A lot of research was put into that, as well as the history of the literary vampire. I haven't read through all of it yet. I just started the section on vampire and literature. And then it also goes into interpretations of the different cards, like the specific symbolism that was put into them as well. I think it goes into like some common spreads as well. So I highly recommend reading the book, even if you feel like you can do a good reading of the cards themselves without reading the book, which anyone who's familiar with tarot and with Bram Stoker's Dracula, as well as a little bit of Gothic fiction history, should be able to do a pretty accurate reading without reading the book. But the book's really interesting, and you'll probably learn a lot from it, so definitely read it. The cover's gorgeous. It comes in a nice box. The cover has a little space for the deck and the book on top. When I first got the cards, they were wrapped in plastic, as usual, and when I undid them, all the cards were really stuck together. I think something just about like the coating made them really stick together when they were under pressure for so long, being wrapped up. They're not impossible to get apart. You just want to be careful peeling them apart, which takes a little while, but all in all, no damage was done to the cards. They don't stick together now at all. I have no trouble shuffling them, so don't worry too much about that. For Christmas, I got this excellent book from my uncle, the vampire book. I haven't started reading it yet, but it doesn't seem like a book that you sit down and read all in one go. It's sort of a reference guide, if you will, to the vampire. Page on Barnabas Collins. I guess it seems like it goes through movies that revolve around the vampire. Might go into some books, basic lore, that sort of thing. So I'm very excited about this. I hope that you all enjoyed my Dracula readings immensely, and that you're looking forward to future readings. I have a poem by Edgar Allan Poe that will be coming up eventually. I'm not sure exactly when yet. I might be able to fit that in tomorrow evening. I would really like to. So stay tuned, and I will try not to abandon this completely during the school year.